Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and in today's 7th episode of Pro Cycling Manager 2016 we just completed stage 4, really short one, where we followed a Turk who was a perfect sprinter and he didn't want to sprint, and thus we only came in the 10th position. But today will be different. Today is stage 5 out of 7 of La Route de Normandie, and I think this might be doing a bit better. We had bad luck yesterday with our race day condition, and today, new day, new luck. So let's get started. I assume you see what I'm seeing, and that is just flat out amazing. Look at that! It's raining, but then again, +4 flat, +3 hill, +2 acceleration and +3 sprint, and resistance and stamina are just through the roof. I mean, this is... I couldn't have dreamt of anything better than this. So today's race is a little bit more rolling hilly at the end and a bit more difficult to gauge how it will play out tactically. We start out in a little hill. It is much longer too. So the stage, that is 184 kilometers, and yes, it will be really interesting to see what happens, especially with our race day shape, race day condition we have right now, +3. I think that's a first timer. So let's get into the action and position us up front to not be involved in too many crashes in the rain. They are already attacking, and that's a huge group going away. Are they reacting? I don't think they are reacting, but they already split up. Now they are combined again. Okay, so they are not following, and that means that it will be a reasonably easy day, at least at the start. Alright, and we have a nice position up front.
There's a mass crash in the pack, but it doesn't look too serious.
And that is exactly why we want to do that. To be, if it's raining, just stay in front and suck it up that you are right in the wind, because you don't want to be on the tarmac with lots of scratches and bleeding all over yourself like a Blutwurst. We are all the way up front and just chilling in the rain. I am really happy that Max Speck has the cold resistance of a seal and at least as much fat layer to cover himself in this situation. Having 10 riders up in front in the escape group has both an advantage and a disadvantage for the sprinter. One advantage is that they take all the points along the way in all the category climbs and the sprints, so the peloton won't be sprinting for any points, which settles down the pace quite a bit and just makes it more homogeneous. The disadvantage is that they are much harder to rail in the end phase of the race, because 10 people can give each other a lot of slipstream. If there are just 2 or 3 riders up front, that is not really the case, and they are usually really easy to get back. But 10 or more riders, that is tough, because that is almost a little peloton by itself. Alright, that's pretty funny. Did he actually make it? Yes. In the lead group there was just an attack from the polka dot jersey, the mountain jersey, to catch the points at the sprint, and right after the getting the points, after sprinting away from the 9 others, he suffered a puncture. That's like karma, bitch. This is developing in an interesting direction. I think the peloton did put down quite a bit of too harsh a pace and just tired out the entire peloton, and now no one can really chase the escapees anymore, who are proving to be super resilient. And now moving up into the hill and this undulated terrain, I don't know if we can catch them. That is a little bit concerning, because it's only 40 kilometers left. 4 minutes on the clock for the escapees, and that's about what they need in order to get through. So they have a real chance today. Now the sprint teams have sent up their best guys, it seems. And I can barely hang on. I have to ride at 155 with Max Speck here. And yeah, maybe if they are really trying, we are railing in parts of the breakaway group. So they have split up, which is good news for us. Some of them just can't follow anymore. And that means that, yeah, they are not quite as efficient anymore. So maybe we can get there right on the finishing stretches. There's the first part of them. They are back in the peloton now.
With less than 20 kilometers to the line, the breakaway still holds more than a minute's lead. Things are far from over.
And there's the second group. And then we... Oh, yeah, okay. It looked very good for them, but then there was not much more in it. I think they were mainly interested in the mountain points, and the polka dot jersey holder did take all of those points, I think, and then Karma was a bitch towards him and popped his tire. But overall this is looking really good. I mean, we have our sprinter here who was doing pretty well in the past races, and he's completely gone. I mean, that is not a good state to be in at this stage in the game, in the stage. And we are just cruising along. Oh, well, what? Our tyrannical overlord is coming back. And only, 5 kilometer mark. But, I see, it's a repeat. So we are riding this twice. This means that on the next little hill there will be the finish line, which we can check out the terrain around, if there are any bad curves or steep slopes which we don't see. We are positioned really well for the whole thing though, and now it is very slow going, and that is because they don't want to rail in these guys yet. Maybe we get into a situation where we could attack even. I wouldn't dare to do that right now. I think there's still a bit of... but this is going so slowly. Now they start moving. Okay. 75. Let's go. Turbo boost. Get the turbo boost. Yes, this is looking more like it. That's a better pace, and that's definitely a pace where I don't want to attack. So we are going to just advance to the front like this and then stay there. We don't really mind the wind up front right now because we are in very good shape.
The pack is back on level terms with the breakaway.
And the breakaway is no more. The sprinters are coming up. 7 kilometers left. Let's pop our bacon bar. And this is just looking brilliantly. Look at how the other sprinters are doing. Like nothing left. And we have almost a full stack of bars. Yeah, Mars bars, I guess.
Oh, a rider has taken a tumble.
Ooh, okay. Karma is a real bitch, man. Now the mountain dude has crashed, and yeah, that he won't be coming back from that. And now there's someone who wants to really go for it. Let's catch his wheel for the moment. And 5 kilometers left.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 5 kilometers road
Velvol is dying. He is not part of the sprint. Now he's dropping off like a... Velvol, you are my fucking hero. Do you see what he did there? He is creating a gap for us. Not willingly, mind you, but just the situation seems really good for us. So if we go and just go for it now, I think no one can really catch up. So we go 99%. Yes, we we are getting them. Now we have created a breakaway. Perfect. Velvol was just like, oh guys, I can't do it any longer. And then Max back. Velvol, don't come back. You're not a zombie. And McSpeck just took advantage of this situation. But these guys are no slouches. These are actually really competent sprinters. And I'm not positioned very well.
Falling behind.
Just
A team leader is falling behind.
why is McSpeck not really going
And
for
the
it?
final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first to the line today?
Keep closing the gap? No, I don't want to close the gap, man. I'm in front. So fuck you. Also, why would you care? Okay, now the sprint is off. And we have 1.7 kilometers left to go. And we are going at it hard. Really hard. Really hard. 0.8. And now let's just sprint. Come on. No. Sprint.
He managed
What?
to sprint like
What?
a master of his
What did
craft.
McSpeck
He was
do
certainly
there?
the fastest
I
today.
mean, he was
The
supposed to
riders bringing
sprint,
up the
not
rear
just
had
to
made it
take
through
the...
sheer willpower.
Ah,
This stage
I
was
mean,
a
that
real
looked
strength
like a
effort.
serious bug right there in the AI. He just didn't want to do anything anymore. I told him, like, sprint, and McSpeck was not in it. Alright, 5th place again. And we could easily have been 3rd, I think, if he didn't take the foot off the gas. Alright, next stage it is then. And it looks like we are leader today once again, so no commands from our tyrannical overlord. And we have a +1. And a +1 with perfect rhythm, perfect fitness, and perfect freshness results in quite a lot of good stats, it seems. Wow, that is a decent stack we got here. Very nice. Long, or semi-long stage today. Very much rolling terrain. Nothing fancy, but lots of rubber banding to get advantages, I think. So let's move up to the front of the peloton and have an easy day up till the last few stretches.
A leader is down. The team
Ouch.
plans could well be turned upside down.
That
Those
was
who
a
want
big
to
crash.
ride the
14
breakaway
riders
Now
down.
they're riding, and the gap is melting away. Some team.
Remember, kids, always stay up in front when it's raining, because if someone takes the tumble, you will be next. Look how quickly they are moving now, and it's so stretched out too. The rubber banding has been really quick, but the peloton is just so long. I mean, it's pretty small for a race and cycling. It's just 120 riders. In the Tour de France, I think they're up to like 192 riders or something like that. So it would be a little bit more busy. But 120 can get drawn out quite a bit too. We are rubber banding really well, saving lots of energy. I think we will have a strong end phase to this. Only 35 kilometers left now, and soon we will have to get into position. Alright, 12 kilometers left to go. Let's check the final situation. And very flat, and then there's a 2-step little hill. And that won't hurt us at all, I think. It's really tiny. But we need to make sure that we are up in front at least when the second step is happening. Because that is the final stretch where we can position ourselves before it's really going off and accelerating to sprint speed. Alright, 7 kilometers left to go. I think this is time for our bacon bar. Right. Bacon bar engaged. Let's see. Okay, first step is coming up. They are slowing right down here. What is this? Why are they slowing down? Let me just accelerate a little bit. Should we try this? 6 kilometers left to go. Maybe. Who's in front? He wouldn't be able to keep up. But those guys certainly would. If they have the power left. So question is if we want to engage in a sprint or not. We have a pretty good setup right now for getting away because there's no one right behind us, and he has quite a high acceleration value, so he would be able to catch our wheel probably. That's interesting. Let me try and see if I can get away a little bit. Okay, maybe I misunderstood this thing in the last race of what is happening, or probably I did misunderstand it, so it's not really a bug, but this is the action now, and this is the action once that action is done. There's this little arrow here I didn't see. Interesting. Very good to know. So now we are sprinting, so if we now want to not sprint anymore, then we go this way. Yes, okay. So attack, and then 90. And let's see. I want to move away. Yes, okay, we are creating a little bit of gap.
Attack. This time it could go all the way.
The gap is actually widening. I think we can get there. 24, 25 seconds, 4 kilometers before the end. Still going really hard. And I really need to get this one at 95. Let's move with that. 95, and we still have lots of yellow bar for 4 kilometers. That should be all good. Although there is this little hill, which is a little concerning. But now we have our bacon bar active. And he's still riding really hard. 192, 29 seconds. We are still creating more of a gap. Now it's a little bit uphill. 28, 29 seconds. 1.8 kilometers left to go. McSpeck, you beast. You beast. Where are the sprinters? Are they catching up? 30 seconds? No, they are not. They are not. McSpeck for the win. Yes.
In the end, he found the resources to get this win.
Now that was one well-timed attack.
It's a bit of a knock for the morale.
The only thing that is a little bit of a bummer is that Jonas Ålstrand, I think would be the name, did manage to come in second place, and he is right ahead of me in the points jersey. On the 6th place, I think. So, alright, let's take a look at the results. So in the end we took 27 seconds on the 2nd place, and I think this means that we are getting ahead in the overall classification too, because we created a gap. I don't think that has happened before during this tour, and we won, which gives us another 10 seconds bonus. So where are we? Filter stage, general. We are leading the tour. McSpeck is leading the tour. He is having the leader's jersey before the final stage, and if this guy wins the stage, which he can't because he's not really a sprinter, then that still means that we won overall. So McSpeck is, if he doesn't crash out or anything, then he might win the whole thing. He didn't win the jersey for best sprinter. He's just 4th, but having such a good shot at winning the overall lead. Oh my god, that was well played, McSpeck, well played. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong thing. Uh-oh. So McSpeck is only 2nd. That's the under 25 jersey. Oh, okay. This here is one of the best sprinters in the peloton. And for the win of a stage, you get 10 seconds. I think for 2nd place, you get 5 seconds. So if we win tomorrow, that means that we can beat him. But otherwise, we will be 2nd place. Still good enough. And if he's not top 3, and we get 2nd place, that would mean that we also win. Or we could take part in a breakaway. No, they wouldn't allow that. They wouldn't allow us to go and get some points along the way. That was my theory here, because you get 3 seconds off each for intermediate sprints on those points tomorrow. Okay, let's get into the final race of this tour. This suddenly became a lot more interesting. And look at that, we got another bonus, and that is first distinctive jersey worn in Continental. Interesting, 20 points, 20 more points, that is neat. Let's get into the stage. Today we have the role as the leader, not even outside leader, but just plain leader. And again we have a race day condition of +1, giving us a lot of goodies. I really like this. So today is lots of rolling terrain, nothing really sticking out, but the finish will be really fast. Slightly uphill right at the finish line, but quite a bit of downhill leading up to that. So we definitely have a shot at this. And as you remember, we need to come in second, and the current leader would have to not place in the top 3, or we get into first place and then the other dude can do whatever he wants and we win. Unless he captures some points along the way, which I doubt he does, because he won't be in a breakaway. Okay, let's get moving.
The pace is really hot, so for the moment we shouldn't see too many attacks.
Oh, Velvol has taken a tumble and alright, that means he won't be coming back, I would assume, but the pace isn't too bad yet. So I hope he's fine, but 2 minutes 30 at a reasonably slow pace, yeah, maybe they can come back. I think they might just do that, as long as it's an easy pace going, and our team definitely won't be putting on quite that much of a brick onto the accelerator. Even though Frunz is like up front like, fuck you, well now you're paid back for being our tyrannical overlord. Yeah, he's actually going hard at it. Like, what the hell is he doing? I mean, Velvol is back there. Ah, now they are back. Alright, they made it. Very good. I really appreciate, by the way, how they changed this race day condition thing, because it was so non-transparent before. You were just given your current race day condition, and then they were not telling you anything about what that did. There were some suspicions of what was happening, like it would be giving you a bonus +1 to everything if you had +1, and up to -5. So -5 to +5 in race day condition, and basically a race day condition, an average race day condition +5 rider would be among the favorites if he didn't fuck up. So that was a game mechanic which was very poorly explained overall. It was rather intuitive, but just so little transparency in that no one could really understand that. So I'm really glad they changed that. Okay, we are getting really close to the finish line. This was an easy race so far, probably due to this big bonus from the race day condition. 70 flat definitely helps a lot, and +2 to hills also. And so we are now in a downhill section where we could power up a little bit to get to the front without too much trouble. So let's take advantage of that. The peloton is moving really fast, and as you can see, many riders are having troubles. So our biggest helper here, Kusler, he is doing an excellent job at shielding us from the wind. So let's hope he can keep up when we step on the pedal. They are going super fast. I can't really catch up with 75. Now slowly, 17 kilometers left. Alright, now... Oh shit! There's someone in the way who's just dropped back. And there's a bit of chaos going on in front of me. Whoop, riders dropping back. Dodge those. Watch out, Mr. Speck, there's another coming. Alright. And they are riding really hard. 14 kilometers left. Let's see. Alright, downhill for the most part. We are positioned really well so far, if we don't clump up too much and don't get involved in any falls. Alright, the breakaway is still a minute away, but that shouldn't be a problem. Now we are positioning
It looks like the
ourselves.
pack has bitten the dust
Big
collectively,
fall once again.
but the riders
Oh, shit.
seem to be okay. Carry on. 10
7
kilometers
riders.
remaining. Falling
We are
behind.
well
A few
positioned,
meters
and now they
falling
start
behind.
moving. 9 kilometers left. And when do we pop our bacon bar? They are moving at 57 kilometers an hour on the flat now, so that's a high speed. And alright, let's get going a little bit more, and then at 8 kilometers we pop our bacon bar. And now the bacon bar is being popped. 75 we keep up. There's the escape group. So we have them in sight. That should be easy enough to rail in. And they will soon fall. 75 is holding up nicely for us.
escapees have surrendered. The pack
And
gives
now
them no
just make
chance.
sure not to ride into those slow bastards. Ah, good. He dodged that one. 5 kilometers left. They are really going here. Let's hope the bacon bar pops in soon
Only 5
to action.
kilometers left.
Is that what I'm seeing? Did you also see that? Like this group suddenly slowing down, not really pedaling anymore? They are, aren't they? You know what that means. You know what that means. Let's try once again. Alright, we put this one on. And now, do we want that? Yeah, no. Okay, this is the final stage. We have to go for it. This is just too good if that works. Go, 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 attack. Yes, he can create a little gap. They have to reorganize themselves. They are trying to get along. Our bacon bar just popped in, and this is looking good. 12 seconds only. 2 kilometers left. That may not be enough.
There goes the sprint. The strong men are giving their all.
17 seconds. Oh, that will be. Are they? Let's take a look behind. Don't look behind. Don't look behind. Uh-oh, how quick are they? That's the question. If we can win this, we win the tour. So, unpause. Yes, they are coming quickly. We did it!
Splendid solo win. And a
Yes!
the tailenders are
And
still coming in.
isn't that the guy who is not supposed to come in? No, this was the guy. He wasn't supposed to be top 3. Mexspec, you are my hero. I never thought I would say that. I think I will have to make a t-shirt with Mexspec's big smiley face on it, and all the way around him in a circle, lots of currywurst. That will be perfect. So this was a fitting end to this tour. We perfectly timed our attack. They were slowing down. They were just taking off their feet from the pedals, and we struck right there, and they weren't able to get back to us. It was very well done, and as you can see, really close too. They were catching up in the end. All right, what a brilliant finish. And there we have it. Mexspec in first, and in the general standings we are first in the under 25. In the mountains, Mr. Karma. Man, that dude had some bad luck going for him after getting the first place in the general. And then in the sprinters jersey, we only came 4th. Some bad placements and some misunderstandings of game controls that weren't all that clear led to us failing quite badly in 2 cases. And then overall, we made it 6 seconds ahead of the Soup, Jeffrey Soup. And yes, he is a far better sprinter than we are, and he even can ride hills. Now go fuck yourself, man. We are much better. Mexspec, look at these stats. These stats are golden. they scream currywurst. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. No, wait, you haven't enjoyed. Because first we need to check out if we got any... Yes, ooh, look at that! Look at that juicy experience. First stage race won in Continental 35 points, and first distinctive jersey won 25 points on top of that. 60 points, that means that as soon as the week ticks over, we will get a level up. But that is reserved for next episode. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time.